let's start with Cleveland, man. It was epic, but going into it, we see the game on our schedule, 2-8 Browns. The weather looks like it's going to be absolutely awful. Rain, wintry mix, cold, all kinds of wind. And it ended up being what I think is the best game that we've had in our 3 years of doing TNF. Would you agree with that or no?
I think it was definitely the most fun. I mean, I don't know that I walked away from a game that we've done, and in the hotel lobby afterwards, everybody was like in such a good mood and had such a blast. It just felt like one of those epic games that, like, man, you came in pouting the whole ride over. We're flying out there. Everybody's moaning and groaning about doing the game. And you leave there and you go, I love this place. What an awesome game. What an awesome electric atmosphere. Those fans and everything. It was sick.
Yeah, and I would say going from no snow and actually pretty good weather in the first half to coming out in the second half and there being essentially a whiteout, you could just see, I mean, the interest in the game was incredible after that. The biggest thing for me and my biggest takeaway, yes, Jameis, yes, the way that Cleveland battled, but the Browns fans, I expected a few things. I expected to see a lot more Steelers fans because the Browns obviously 2-8 going into the game, bad weather. Hey, let's give up our seats and Pittsburgh's going to take over the stadium. We've seen that a lot of times in our careers in different places we've played. That didn't happen. And then as the game went on, as the weather got worse, there wasn't an empty seat. It didn't matter if it was lower level, didn't matter if it was upper level. The Browns fans live for that weather and live for those moments. And I walked away from that thing so impressed by Cleveland.
It was, dude. That was insane. I mean, really, honestly, it's multiple times we've been there now and had an epic moment happen. I think that I got a whole new respect for that city and their fandom behind sports. And then obviously your boy, Jameis gave us another one, man. You told me about it. You said, hey, look, Jameis is one of those guys, like, it is what it is. Like, that is just authentically who he is. And you're like, there's no way this has got to be rehearsed or practiced or something. He gave us another amazing pregame speech. What is it? The horse is prepared for the battle, but victory comes from the Lord.
Oh, my God. That one was probably rehearsed, but it was more – it was when Kaylee asked him – about playing in the snow, and his face just lit up like a Christmas tree. It's who he is, man. And I'll tell you what, a funny story about the green room. So I was the only one that picked Cleveland. I went lone wolf.
You did.
Feeling pretty good about that. But the green room in the second half, it felt to me like Rocky IV. We're in Russia. It's the 12th round, and Rocky has now won over the crowd. The green room was chanting for the Browns to win this game because everybody wanted Jameis on the desk.
Look, we're super competitive. You know that. I mean, listen, we get into this every week. Y'all see us make our picks, but in the green room, it gets heated. I mean, Carissa will drop a couple every now and then. She gets mad when her team's not going to win. And I'm telling you, that game was heated at the first half, and then it's exactly how you describe it. In the second half, it's like all of a sudden everyone's cheering for Jameis for this epic moment for them to win this game. No one gave a crap about the picks anymore. It's like, we want this dude on the desk. We want him to have a chance to just talk to him, ask him questions. He'd won us all over. There's no doubt about that. I mean, authentic joy, man, just the passion and joy he plays the game with. We talk about leadership, people you want to walk in a room with. You want to walk in a room with Jameis Winston. I mean, that's the kind of guy he is.
There's no doubt, and he didn't disappoint when he came onto the desk. But I think you see it, when you play your former teams, as Jameis did recently against the Saints, the amount of guys that came up to him after the game, giving him hugs, loving up on him. Same thing when he plays Tampa. All those guys have so much respect for him. And it's what you touched on, the authenticity. He's the same guy every day. He's a goofball. He's a clown, but he loves football. He works his ass off. And all of that, some of the things he talked about on the desk really come through in the way that he leads. So that was a lot of fun. And then towards the tail end, those interviews start winding down. And it was like, how are we going to finish this interview with Jameis? What's the perfect way to cap it off? And you had a wonderful idea of diving off the desk and doing Snow Angels.
Well, it just felt like the right moment, right? We're in Cleveland. Nobody wanted to be here to start. We ended up with snow, our first full snow game. We had Jameis Winston. The way he played, how electric all that atmosphere was. It was like, hey, I asked the producer, hey, is it okay if we go to Snow Angels? He's like, dude, don't ask, go. And I said, Jameis, will you do a Snow Angel with us? And he went first. I was shocked how fast. He was like, let's do this. It was like he'd been thinking about it too. And we dove off, man. I went in there head first. I must be feeling pretty good. I don't know if I've ever dove like that on ground. I don't know. I can think, as a big fella, you don't do that very often. I must have been feeling like a little kid in the moment. I went just, you know what? I dove headfirst in the snow, like I was 12 years old myself.
That's the power of Jameis right there. That is the power of Jameis. The two comments that I got the most of, one was, why didn't Tony do it? And we just got to explain. Look, Tony's got a condition when he gets cold. He's got a condition. His fingers and his toes don't work. His mouth sometimes stops working, and he gets really grumpy. So he was being Scrooge over there. Then the second one, I was getting a lot of flack, and I think you started this way too, or maybe Jameis did, the face down Snow Angel instead of rolling over to the back and doing it. I don't know. I grew up in Arizona.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Can you explain?
I betted a lot of snow. I don't know.
Okay.
I was enjoying myself a little bit. But the best, there's a video that comes out of it, and we'll have to put this video up at some point. But we start having a snowball fight. And there's video. Your first throw, I don't know if it was errant. I don't know if it
Jameis is eating dubs.
You threw your snowball right into Jameis's crotch from like point blank range. I'm going back to the story of you being a gooser under the pile, thinking, my gosh, you were playing dirty with snowballs too.
Hey man, listen, you gotta have a little fun. I was trying to throw it. I actually was about to hit him with it, and then I realized the cameras were filming his face. And I was like, I went from throwing it in his face to trying to like let it go and went straight to the crotch with it. But you know what? Hey, I've never been claimed to be a quarterback.
Yeah, he rallied.
He'll be all right. But listen, that was epic. It was really cool. The whole game, everything, the snow, I think we all walked out of there as like, man, what a week. But also another positive to the week, Fitz. Accountability check. We got our 10,000 steps, baby.
We
Come
did
on.
it.
It was 30-something degrees. It was windy. We lucked out. There was no rain. We did get a little sleet here and there. We got over 5 miles in. We went kind of toured around the West Side Market. Unfortunately, it's closed on Thursdays. We made a tour of downtown. We got the Rock Hall of Fame in. You did a little band music with some people. That was pretty fun.
Yeah, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame was super fun. I played the tambourine.
Yeah, you did a great job. I thought you had some great enthusiasm.
Yeah, thank you.